Welcome back to Shoe Leather Faith. My name again is Robert McMillan, and I'll be your teacher for the next 10 minutes. And we're going to deal with a new series starting today. And we're going to deal with the question, does God care for the single parent family? Now, I'll tell you right up front, I've never been a single parent. My intention is never to be one. All my kids are grown and gone. But the statistics are sobering, to say the least, about single parenting in the United States. So we're going to be answering some questions over the next few times together and dealing with the single parent home. And if you have any questions for me, would you put them down below in the comments? Let me know what you need to know for me to help you. Remember, I have no direct experience with this personally, although I've dealt with a lot of people who are single parents. But if you'll put your questions down below or your comments or anything like that, I'd be delighted to consider them and incorporate them into the whole series. Here's some questions to start with. Well, the big question, particularly for those who are Christians who understand what the family's supposed to be. Is a single parent home really a family? Some of you may think that's not true, that they're not a family. They're just debris from a disastrous relationship. Once we complete this series, we're going to go into a second series, and that is, does God care for the blended family? And are they really a family? And what are the complexities that must be dealt with in that family to make it whole? So let's get started. Here's 3 facts that I want you to remember about the single parent family. 1, the single family home is still a family. 2, there's no reason for a single parent home to produce children who are destined for emotional illness, antisocial or self-destructive behavior, or personal mediocrity. The children of such a single parent home can be great. They can be intact. They can be secure and confident. 3rd, your children will reflect your personal values based on the way you demonstrate your beliefs. What are we dealing with here, first of all? Before encouragement can come, we must see the extent of the dilemma that the single family parent has to deal with. Here's some statistics that might put it into perspective. At least 15 million single parent homes are in the United States. At least that many. 85% of those homes are the result of divorce. Now that's probably changing because a lot of young people are not even bothering to get married in the first place, or some boyfriend moves in, spawns a baby, and then wanders out with no concern about caring for that baby. Here's another statistic. 97% of divorced women become the custodial parent. 97%. The 4th statistic is the pressures on single parents can be excruciating and unrelieved. They have no time. The custodial parent comes home from work and begins the second half of a day's work. There's cooking, overseeing homework, cleaning the house, washing the clothes, paying the bills, getting the kids to bed, and that last 30 seconds of the late night, relaxing. The custodial parent, most often the mother, usually ends up living well below the poverty line. I don't want to have to give you all those statistics. I've got them all here, but they don't change anything. If you're a single parent, you probably know how true it is that poverty follows single parenthood. Can God help here? In Exodus 22, verses 22 to 24, the law says, "You shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If you afflict them in any way and they cry at all to me, I will surely hear their cry. And my wrath will become hot, and I will kill you with the sword. Your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless." Pretty strong stuff, huh? So you don't want to mistreat any parent who's a single parent. When I use the word widow, I'm dealing about the issue of the divorced woman. The tasks in a single-parent home are no different than in a two-parent home. This stress cannot be avoided, but it can be ameliorated. A church family can help. They can help with the occasional meal. They can help with the occasional babysitting or childcare while the mom is taken out for a relaxing time. And I'm going to use the word mom because, like I said, 97% of custodial parents are mothers. A church family with men who accept their responsibilities to be dads to the fatherless boys is part of that help. Remember, as I said in a previous message, boys don't become men unless there's another man who reaches out, grabs a hold of that boy, and pulls him into manhood. It's not automatic. The only automatic thing is that boys grow into be adult males. That's not good enough. So the church has to rally and care for these widows and their children. A church family with women who will stand by a mother and support her in her hour of need is part of that help as well. We as a church family must rally behind these single-parent homes. What else have we got to do until Jesus comes? So that's pretty much what we're dealing with. But let's look now at what the single parent must be. And that'll help the rest of us understand how we can help. Well, that's all I have to share with you right now. We'll continue next time with this very topic of the single parent home. Next time we're going to look at a few of the tasks that single parent has to undertake to make success part of that family's structure. In the meantime, be praying for any single parents you know about, and look for ways in which you can encourage and help them in any way you can.